Hello, welcome to Queers and Soaps. I'm Eric, joined today by.
Angel, hi.
We're bringing you up some more Erica, all about Erica.
Erica,
all
Erica,
my
Erica.
all my children. Thank God we didn't have that flashback this time. Tell me roll the credits and we'll chat. So these were very fun.
They were.
You messaged me yesterday. You're like, I'm done on my children. It was great, and I'm like, I know, my God, it was so good. Um, Yeah, so I'm curious. I'm excited to see how it ends. So we have, I think, 12 more clips after this, and then that's it. So hopefully, I like where it's going though. It's fun. There's a lot of characters that we know from,
Hmm.
So it starts out. By the way, I want to thank the person that recorded this in great quality 41 years ago.
Yep.
So it starts out with Erica continuing to harass Nick,
Hmm.
thinking that he and Brooke had schemed to whatever, get her put it back in jail or whatever,
Uh-huh.
because she got busted at that old lady's house. Even though we know it's the old lady, she does not at this point.
Hmm.
Even though I think somebody had suggested that, so like maybe it was the lady that like was saying she's like, no, she
Yeah.
would never, because
She
she
would
would be her friend,
never.
not for $50,000.
No.
I would
No.
have done it. I would have done it for
No, I
50,000.
would too.
I don't know this lady. Jenny visits. That was
Hmm.
fun. I I forget when Jenny came on. I want to say 82.
Yeah.
I can't remember. 82 to 85 or 84. I can't remember. I know it was very short. Um, which was kind of funny because she like revisited as a ghost like 25 times in the 90s and the thousands.
Yeah.
Whenever Tad was in danger. And it's funny because like I guess she made that much of an impact because she wasn't on that long,
She really
but
wasn't. Like, when
she
you
was a
really think
fan
about it.
favorite. Yeah, she was a fan favorite though. Um, Hopefully that storyline's out there. We got to look for that. I think it was Jenny and Greg's storyline.
Yeah.
Um, Mona visits, and nothing really happened with that. And then, um, oh wait, when Jenny visited, she said what she wanted to know what people thought.
Hmm.
What's everybody thinking? Like, she's crazy. Her priorities are not straight.
But it should be noted that Erica helped out Jenny while so there was a whole storyline, the New York storyline with Jesse and Jenny. Um, I forgot the reason why Jenny was in New York, but the reason why Jesse was in New York and they share the same apartment is because Liza cried rape towards Jesse.
So was that done in 82?
That would have been the year. I think that would have been the year before.
Okay.
So apparently Erica helped her out while she was in New York. Helped
I
them
couldn't
out, her and
remember.
Jesse's.
I don't know if the Martins were the Martins always on, or were they a new family? Like, was
Oh no,
Joe
the
a new
Martins were
one?
on like since like Dr. Joe, Ray McDonald. I'm sorry, can't think of his name. He was on as long as the same amount of time as Susan Lucci, 1970, when the show
So
premiered.
how didn't Erica know Tad?
It's Pine Valley, but
Because well,
but
did Tad didn't come with Opal, right? Because wasn't how did Opal get involved? Because I know she's Tad's real mom.
so I don't know. I don't. Well, I know that they're Tad's adopted by the Martins because of Ray Gardner, because of the whole abusive thing going on with that.
Is Jenny adopted as well?
Jenny is his sister. Jenny's not adopted, but Jenny is Tad's natural sister.
And I wonder if she's Opal. Is she? But they're
She
both
is Opal.
Opal.
Yes, her mom is Opal.
Okay. Oh yeah, Mona visits or whatever, and she says that she loved Nick and all this stuff. Um, And then Nick's the one that lived with them or whatever. I think he said to her like, "You didn't love me. You were just like infatuated with me or something like that."
Yeah, they're basically having a relationship underneath the same roof. It was so icky.
And he's like 25 years older.
Yeah.
And we have the Academy Award winning Kathy Bates in prison.
I knew that was her. I was like, that's Kathy Bates, isn't it? It has to be Kathy Bates. Yeah.
Yes, and she was
Right
in it a
before
good amount.
Misery.
This was about
Yeah,
six
maybe about
years.
no, it had to have been like maybe 7 years before Misery.
Yeah, about 6 or 7. She
6 or
won
7.
the award in 90, so this was 83.
Mm-hmm.
So it didn't take her too long to get in there and get that
Mm-hmm.
award. Because I believe this was, and I know she was in an episode of Love Boat as well,
Mm-hmm.
which is fun. I don't know what else she did before that, but I did know she was on All My Children. I did not know she was on as long as she was. 'Cause it was a pretty decent run. It was probably about a week or two's worth of
Yeah.
episodes, I would think. Maybe even a little bit longer. She played Belle, which was a really funny name for a nasty inmate.
Mm-hmm. I have to say
Um,
she did a really good job. I could see why she was cast in Misery.
for sure. Um, so yeah, she and a bunch of girls, or I guess they're in like the commissary area,
Mm-hmm.
and Erica asks, I didn't catch the guard's name. Maybe I can't remember.
I
Um,
didn't catch the name either.
but she's talking about asking her mom to bring rollers to, to roller. Girl. So yeah, of course the girls are all tormenting her, and this is before she had a cellmate, so she was by herself, right? At this point, and then I guess she caused a ruckus with Belle. She stirred up Belle.
Mm-hmm.
They were watching that show on TV. I guess it was like an Entertainment Tonight, talking
Yeah.
about Erica winning like an award of some sort. It was like what was it, a Gabby Award or something?
I think it was
I don't
Gabby.
know.
Yeah.
The Gabbies. I'm like, I don't even know what that stands for.
I think
It
it's
should
just
stand
like
for something,
making
right?
fun of like the other awards and
Just like
making
an
it their own.
Oscar, I guess. I wonder if it's a real thing in like magazine. I'll have to look that up. But anyway, she had to go to the Gabby Awards, or she was nominated. Was she nominated for Woman of the Year, or I forget, like a Model of the Year? I can't
I
remember.
think it was Model of the Year. Yeah, because Woman of the Year would have been that was in the '90s. That was good too. We need to
Right.
watch that.
Yeah. So much to watch. Um, so I did make note that Kathy, or I put Belle, or I put Kathy, and I didn't know her name at first, but Belle called Erica a dumb head, and I thought that was pretty funny. Um, so yeah, they're like fighting. They get distracted by the TV, and that she's nominated for something for a Gabby.
Hmm.
And then as she's like trying to watch, I think Belle said like, "Oh, we'll have a ceremony in here. We'll nominate you as Miss Jailbird of 1983." I thought that was funny. They start kind of like not pushing her around, but kind of just yelling at each other, right? And then like the guard comes in and she tries to like report them, and then they all deny it. And then
Hmm.
Erica once again in front of them asks about her hot rollers. I'm like, did you
Why
learn
would
nothing?
no? Like, come on, Erica.
And then even the guard was like, you can't have them. Leave me
Come
alone.
on, like
And then Belle threatened her again. Don't try to rat on us, so we'll get you. Um, I did make it. What was it? The one quote I forget what it was. Or is this when she gets locked up with her? Oh yeah, this is so like a few minutes later, or maybe it could have been a day.
hmm
They bring Belle in to put her in as a cellmate with Erica, and she's like, "You stupid witch! You think I'd have to be put in here with you?" 'Cause Erica's like, "Why are you doing this to me?" Being all dramatic as Erica is.
Yeah.
Um, they bring food for both of them, and Belle like hogs it, and then she's like, "You can have what I have left over," and then they like drop it somehow. I don't know if that was on purpose. I thought
I think
Belle
it
was
was on
maybe being,
purpose.
was it? Because I don't know, it almost looked like fake, and then the way she was acting, she like, see, that's how good Kathy Bates is as an actress. I
Yeah.
couldn't tell if she was acting or not because she like the food falls on the floor, and listen, if I'm starving, I'm eating that shit off the floor. I'm like, whatever. You're in
Yeah.
prison. How much worse can it get, right? Eating
Yep.
mice, you're shitting in the wall. Like, I mean, just eat off the floor. Desperate times.
I thought.
Um,
I guess this is for the convenience version of the convenience of having this in the cell, so that way we can deal with the fact that Eric is being bullied. Because let's be real, this is what's happening here.
oh yeah,
But
for sure.
wouldn't they have a place where they all like sit and eat in jail?
Um, I honestly don't know. I don't know. I
Well,
don't know if
I
all
guess she's
jails
in.
are different,
Yeah, I guess they're different. Yeah.
but uh, I really don't know. Like, and there could be like levels of jail because at one point Belle gets sent to another um jail, which I think is worse than the jail that they're in. But if
Mm-hmm.
that one's worse, then you're right. They would think they'd have an area where they'd be sitting and they'd get guards to watch. Because I watched that series Wentworth, and there is guards that watch the girls at lunch in
Yeah,
that. So I'm like,
because
I don't know.
they're not exactly being watched by guards when they're in their cells.
I think it's kind of like up to whoever is writing the show, and they're like, this is what we want to happen. And I honestly don't know. I would
Yeah,
assume
I'm
that,
guessing. Yeah, that's what I'm guessing too. I'm guessing for it's for convenience sakes,
yeah, just
just so that way
for
we can see. Oh,
Belle
let's feel
torturing
bad
her a
for
little bit.
we need to feel sympathy for Erica just because.
It's hard to feel sympathy for her though, the way she acts. And like, remember in every scene, she's like, "I'm just gonna die here. I'm just gonna die. I might as well die." Like it's that like every other
Hmm.
scene, I think she says that. So the guard comes and Belle says that Erica didn't like the food, so she threw it on the floor. Making her look bad to the guards and the what I forget, they're just guards, right? Who's the like the warden would be like the one above the guards, right?
Yeah, Warden would be above the guards.
Okay. Mona meets up with Erica again. She gets a lot of visitors, so she's allowed, I guess, any visitors that she wants. I don't know
Yeah,
how it works. I'm
Belle
assuming.
makes a comment about that. Like, what is she, the Queen of France?
Yeah, yeah. Mona tells Erica that Steve is out of town and they're waiting for a trial date, and she brought her a bunch of magazines. But she don't want anything to do with them. She's like, why would I want to be reminded of what I had? I'm gonna die in here. Um, Brooke comes to see Erica, and she's still an
Hmm.
asshole to her because she thinks that Brooke, had to do with this because they're sworn enemies. Even though,
I
like, yeah,
I know this is a little later, but I forgot that Brooke was married to Tom, or not married, like with
Tom
Tom at this
Petty,
point. So I can
yeah,
see why I see another layer to this too.
yeah. But I wonder how that, like, we don't know how it all went down, and we also know what Erica did to Tom with the
Birth
pretending to
control.
be the birth control. Yeah,
Yeah.
so. She did it to her own relationship, and Brooke and her were never friends to begin with. So I
No,
mean,
they weren't. But there is another layer to this. Like,
right,
oh, you're portraying me, and also you stole my man. You always have my leftovers, which is a quote that she's in the
right.
'90s.
Um, and Brooke ends up bringing proof that the lady that she was staying with reported her. Um, that she took the $50,000, and Erica's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm surprised she apologized pretty much right away." But it was an Erica apology,
Mhm.
whatever. Take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
Brooke's interviewing her for the story or whatever, and then Erica comes up with the idea, like, oh, I'll do an expose on the prison. Like, how about we do that? And she fills her in on what Belle and the girls have been treating her like. Um, and I guess, I don't know if um, Erica ends up with magazines in jail because Bella ends up taking them from her. So I don't know if she took magazines. There might have been some clips that we didn't see,
Yeah.
or she already had them in there. Um, and she's basically treating Erica like Cinderella.
Hmm.
having her make her bed and all that jazz.
Yeah.
Which I thought was funny. And I probably would have taken it seriously if Erica wasn't the way she was. Um, Erica calls, oh, so Val threatens her, right, about the article. So you better not, and she found out from her friend across the way, Stella. I got her name
Yeah.
because I thought it was a funny name for a prisoner. That Erica talked to the press about it and they're releasing it and all that. And so she tries to like make her call in the morning, or
Mhm.
like no, right now, but the guard won't let her. She's like, you have to do it first thing in the morning. So she does. She talks to Brooke. It's too late. But then
Mhm.
we find out the article's like in between. I forget where it was. Not on the front page, so she ain't gonna see it there. But it's like, and I like how she also said like, is it by the comics and horoscopes? Because that's what everybody reads. That's so true. I
That's
used
so
to
true
read
because
that.
I would always read the horoscopes and the
Me
comics.
too. Me too. Isn't that funny? Um. So yeah, I thought that was a funny line. So whoever wrote during this time was very clever. So who does Erica blame? Brooke. This is all your fault. She's like, Erica, you're the one that came up with this idea. I never would have even thought of it. So Brooke says, like, see the sheriff, and Erica's like, they hate me. Everybody hates me. Nobody's doing anything to help me. This is all your fault. The next scene we see Ted visiting Erica.
Mhm.
Look how handsome that man was. He still is. He's still
He
a
still is,
handsome old
yeah.
man. But it's
Even with
almost
the gray
like,
hair.
I mean, it's like me too. Like if you see me in my 20s, you might not think I look the same. But like it was similar. Like I was like he didn't even look like him. I'm like, wow, he's so young. He's probably like
Mhm.
20. Um, and then they show like a flashback that he slept with Silver.
Mhm.
Um, so I guess we're there. We're supposed to think he's there to like. We're not sure exactly if he's helping Silver or Erica at this point.
Mhm.
At least I didn't know. So she meets with Tad. She didn't know who he was. He's like, Tad Martin, whatever. And she's like, okay, how can you help me? And he basically like wants money for information that he has. And she's like, well, I'll give you money, but you gotta tell me what information you have to see if it's
Mhm.
worth the money. Because he wants five figures, which is what, at least 50,000, 10,000 plus, I
Yeah,
guess.
like yeah.
So we find out that Silver is Connie Wilkes at this
Mhm.
point. I didn't know it was going to go this route this soon. I saw in the comments on our last one about the switch or
Mhm.
the what was it, the fake sister or whatever.
The fake sister, yeah.
So we find out this is Connie Welch. She's an imposter. Now, does she look like Silver?
See, they
Like, is
did
she a
eventually
lookalike?
bring Silver on, but
Right.
I don't know who she looks. I don't know like a pit. I haven't seen. I've only seen a picture of the actress who plays Connie Wilkes slash Silver. I haven't seen the recast or the
Um,
real Silver. I guess. I
I'm
guess what you call.
thinking, I'm thinking this is Silver because when I did look her up, she had a longer run than just to 1983, which I think this would be up for her, with how
Mhm.
it ends. So I'm thinking it's the same girl that plays her, but I could be wrong. I was
I
going to
think it's another actress if I'm not mistaken.
okay, because when I looked her up, it had her till like 1987, unless Connie Wilkes hangs around for a while.
Mhm.
Um, so Erica meets with Mark. She tells him all the skinny on that. Um, and Mark's like in shock, basically. And I also like that Erica's like, she's like mousy and ugly. Of course she's not one of us. I'm like, what? I wish I would have seen the story of how she came along.
Me too.
It's it's bizarre. I'm like, she's a pretty girl. I wouldn't say that about her. Um,
Yeah, no, we don't. But we also don't see her father until like the late '80s, either. So
oh yeah, what's his name? Do you
Eric,
remember?
she's named after Eric.
Is
He's
it
so Erica's named
Eric
after her
Kane?
father, Eric. Eric. So not
Um,
you, Eric, but
I'm her daddy. Um, so she gets back to her cell. Belle tells her that, what do you think you're getting out? You ain't getting out of here. And she has the paper that with the article in it. Uh-oh. I was like,
Uh-oh.
oh shit, she's getting her head bashed in the cell.
Oh, it's gonna
And she
turn to
gets starts,
Oz.
she starts getting pushed around, and the guards take Belle out, and she has to go back to the state penitentiary, which I guess
Mm,
is worse than the Pine Valley State Prison or whatever it's
yeah.
called. I don't know the difference. Um, the guard that actually liked Erica is mad at her. The white-haired lady, I forget her name, Mrs. something. Um, but she's mad that she talked to the paper and that
Mm,
the inmates are after her and the guards don't like her, so she ain't gonna have a fun stay anymore. Not that it was fun to begin with.
mm-hmm.
Um, and I kind of felt bad for that lady because I'm like, that lady actually was pretty nice to her and like was letting her, do whatever and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so Erica gets interviewed in jail, and she praises the guards in the interview. She's like, the guards saved me. They were my heroes and all of this stuff. Very Erica of her.
Very Erica.
Um, Erica, oh yeah, Steve wants to visits and he wants to prove that Silver's a phony. I don't know if this stuff was like off screen or like maybe shown, but we don't have it. Because they don't show him like going to look for the phony or anything. Like we don't see any of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Erica gets a new roommate, Hannah. She was amusing. This
I
lady.
liked her. Yeah.
She looks familiar too. I feel like she
She
gets
did look
around.
familiar.
She's probably in like all the daytime soaps in New York and probably some
Mm-hmm.
Law and Orders. Um, uh, so anyway, she's like this older lady. She looks like she's like 80, but she's probably like 50. 'Cause back then, like the age,
Mm-hmm.
they looked older than they were. Um, and she was funny. She also complimented Erica. She's like, she's like, "Are you a prostitute?" And Erica's like, "No, I'm not a prostitute." She's like, "Well, you could be if you wanted to." Erica's like, "Thank you."
Thank you.
So funny. I seriously was laughing a lot in these episodes. Um, Silver visits, and we find out that she's a finalist. I don't know if she's a finalist for the same award that Erica is supposed to get. And
Mm.
they mentioned this Lars person. Lars is like the head of the magazine, I guess, that Erica works for. I'm not really sure.
Isn't he the dad of the guy that got killed? Because they
Kent,
got the same last name.
is it Kent's dad?
I think so. They got the
So
same.
I
I was
guess
like,
that's
is
how
this the
she
same
got
last name?
So that's probably how they got involved with Kent. And of
Yeah.
course, Erica's like, Lars hates me. Even though Lars, it sounds like he's actually trying to help her from some of the things that we're hearing, but we don't see Lars not one time in these. But we hear about him an awful lot. Um, we also find out that Silver is the one that set Erica up. She was basically gaslighting her, like, I guess, hiding
Mm-hmm.
things and making it look like she did it and all this crazy stuff. Um, And Silver says, I'm going to testify that you killed Kent with intent to kill. She's like, if you do that, that's perjury and you'll go to jail too.
Mm-hmm.
Erica talks to Brooke again. I do love Erica and Brooke scenes. It almost reminds me of like the Vicky Dorian rivalry because
Yeah.
even though Brooke has been like nothing but great during this whole
Mm-hmm.
time, Erica is the one that she's like her own worst enemy, which I guess that's her storyline basically most of the series. Um, She promises to give an exclusive to Brooke um, once she's out or whatever um, about, I guess, that story with Silver and all that. But she
Mm-hmm.
doesn't want to tell her yet because I guess she ain't trusting her right now. Um, Mark is Mark is leaving to go to California. We find out to look for the real Silver.
Mm-hmm.
I have $50,000 to pay Tad. Is that's what he wanted? I guess.
I don't know if that's what he's. I don't no, I'm fast forwarding. So I think that's what he wants, and then like eventually it goes down to another amount, which we'll get to.
Right. She has a bunch of nightmares that they can't find Silver, and then they can't find Silver all of a sudden. Oh no, wait, that's later, right? Or maybe, oh no, it's the nightmare that she can't find Silver in this
Mm-hmm.
nightmare, I think.
Then she
Um,
shakes her head. She's like, "No, no, no."
and she's about to go to trial, and Hannah's like cheering her on, and she's like, "Oh, shut up." She's like, "You'll be fine." Hannah's just trying to be nice. Erica's all nervous. So I was, so they go to court to pick the jury. Now I feel like we missed something in this court because it felt like it went like this.
Mm-hmm.
Like I felt like it was a build up to court and then it was like all for nothing. Um, the Silver, oh, I guess Silver is at the jury picking thing or
Selection, yeah.
whatever. Silver taunts her a little bit before she goes back to prison. Myrtle's there just for support. I just wanted to point that out because she doesn't do anything, but she's just there. Um, of course, Eric is like, I'm as good as dead. Steve tries to delay but gets denied. And then in the next scene, all the charges are dropped. So what happened that I missed? Did you miss something? Did you
I
catch
don't know.
it?
I don't know. I thought
Did you feel
I
like
don't
we
know
missed
what happened.
something?
But then
They
but
must have
then
gotten proof. Silver disappeared, we find out. So is
mm-hmm,
it that what caused it? Maybe?
I don't know. But the woman that he talks to, that the lawyer talks to, I forgot the lawyer's name. That's Angie's mom. Angie Hubbard's mom. Well, she went by Angie Baxter because that's her maiden name. But that
She
was
was a
the
lawyer?
no. So the woman, remember when he was like kind of drawing everything out, and there was a woman sitting at the sitting there. He was talking to her saying like, "How do you know Erica Kane?" Like, well, surely you've been in town for a million years. So that's Angie's mom.
Oh, okay.
That's Angie's Mrs. Baxter.
I guess she's not a regular, or is she just like
She's like
random?
she's recurring. She's like a recurring.
Okay.
As long she's basically there because as long as Angie's there. So
Okay. So anyway, we don't know how, but all the charges get dropped, and I'm assuming it's because I think Silver found out what was going on and went missing.
I wonder if it
Um,
has to do with the whole Connie Wilkes thing. Let me see if I can find something.
well, yeah, she was. I think that yeah, like they couldn't find her, and she was like the only one that could really say what was happening. And then like I don't know if they found the other Silver,
Mm-hmm.
but they didn't really say. But anyway, it gets the charges get dropped. Um, and then they can't find Silver anywhere. Erica, then the next scene, Erica's out of jail. She tells everything to Brooke, Mona, and Mark. They all kind of celebrate. They're all drinking and stuff. Steve comes, and we find that Silver disappeared, and that Lars set Silver up. So Erica goes to Ruth and Joe's to give Tad some money. She says that Tad was very instrumental in her getting out. I guess with that, I'm guessing it has to do with that. They found out that that's Connie and all that, and that's why she would. Why else would she go
Mm-hmm.
missing? Um, then so she's going to get. She says, "Well, I know it's a little bit too much to get 50,000, so I'm going to give him 5,000."
Mm-hmm.
Joe's like, "No, we can't let you do that." She's like, "I gotta give him something, so I'll give him like 100." And yet Tad's face, he he wanted
I
that
don't
five
know if
that
it's
way.
I don't know if it's because of their pride or whatever, but I would have I don't know. And I don't even know how old Tad is at this point. I think he's still a teenager. But
Yeah, I think he is.
or he's a little older than that. But I would have at least had the if I were the parents, I'd be like, okay, give him 5,000, but we're gonna put it up or 50,000 to 5,000. We're gonna put it up for a fund that you can't touch until you're 18.
Right, right.
So at least do something like that.
Or 21 or whatever.
Yeah,
It is
18,
far away
21,
from
30 in the case of Dinah Marler.
yeah, right. Um, Steve says that Connie is found and they want to do a lineup.
Mhm.
Um, and then she picks her out at the lineup or whatever and wants to talk to Erica and then she pleads with her and all this stuff.
Mhm.
Um, she says that she's out of her mind with grief. She would have never let Erica get put away and blah 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 or put to death. She just wanted to
Mhm.
scare her. And Erica calls her Connie. So she knows that she's on to her at that point. And then I guess that part of the story is basically ended. I don't know if we get any more out of that. I guess Silver might come back. I don't know. Um, Erica calls Palmer to help put Lars out of business because I don't like again. I don't know what Lars did. I thought he was trying to help. It seemed like it from what we heard. So I don't
Yeah.
know. But again, if Erica thinks everybody's against her, whatever she
Yeah.
thinks, she probably thinks Lars is trying to get her. It's nice to see Palmer. Do you know when Palmer came on?
The
Was this
late
around the
70s, I
same?
want to say, early
Was the late
80s.
70s? So he was already
Yeah,
around at
because
this point.
he's related to Nina, like Cliff
All
and
right,
Nina.
Nina
So I
and
think they
Cliff,
got
yeah.
married around 1980, 81. So he would have been on in the late 70s, but that would have tracked because his old soap opera, Where the Heart Is, got canceled 40. Was it for the Young and the Restless? I want to say. I think that's what it was. I think that's what happened. So he was on this old soap opera called Where the Heart Is,
Oh, okay.
and it got
Maybe I've heard of
canceled for Young and the Restless. So that would have tracked for him to like wind up on All My Children maybe several years later. So maybe
that.
like
Oh, okay.
78, 79, I want to say.
Hmm. Um, so we find out that Erica was fired from Lars, I guess. I guess he didn't want the bad publicity with her just being in jail. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
We never see him, so I don't know if he was on
Yeah,
and
I
we're
don't know
just not
either.
seeing those clips because this is like strictly Erica, but I don't know. So she basically like wants revenge for her being fired, and then Palmer doesn't like Lars either. We find out,
Mm-hmm.
but we don't really know why yet. Um, we have that Akira guy. I guess he's like Kent's sidekick comes back
Mm-hmm.
to give Erica something that Kent had saved for her for the Gabby awards that are going to happen or whatever. I wonder if we see these awards because she's getting ready to go. Um, and I guess because his storyline's over, he's leaving, he's going west, and she gives him
Yeah.
a signed picture of herself, which I thought was very funny. Um, um, so yeah, so she got a brooch from Kent or whatever, that she wants to wear that night. Palmer comes with papers for Erica to sign,
Mm-hmm.
um, and it's for her own cosmetics company. So is that how um long she's had the cosmetics company? Because I
I
remember
wonder.
she
Yeah, I
had
wonder
the
if that. Yeah, I wonder if this starts Enchantment.
yeah, because I was gonna say she has it through the whole series. But that's
Yeah.
all I got for these.
And then also like they were weird about that brooch. Like they were like Mona was
Yeah,
like, yeah, Mona was
they
like, don't wear
were.
the brooch. Like or like, and then
I think
there was even like
I think
some.
it was because it was a lot of money, I think. But maybe there is more around it than that. Because she was saying how
Hopefully it's not
expensive it
poison
was
or
or
anything
whatever.
like that.
The poisoned brooch.
The poison brooch.
Well, we do have, I think, like 11 or 12 clips left to watch, so
Hmm.
that's another probably 2 hours of material. So I don't know
Yeah,
where it's going.
me
But I
neither.
guess Erica's free for now.
Yeah, I was really happy when she. I mean, because I love Erica. I was really happy when
Of
she
course.
got off because even though we didn't see a trial, I was like,
Yeah,
oh hey.
I just I just felt like it was like anticlimactic at the
Hmm.
end, but I don't know. But we don't know the rest of the story, so I guess we'll find out soon in the next batch.
Hmm.
It was nice to see Tad and Jenny and a bunch of different characters. We didn't get to
Yeah.
see Opal this time around. And then you said Angie's mom. What was her name?
Well, it's Mrs. Baxter, but I forgot her. I forgot her name.
I don't know her real name.
Yeah, I forgot her name. Yeah, I knew her name at some point, but I
Put in the
forgot what it
comments.
was.
what her name
Yeah, in the
is.
comments, yes, help us, please.
If we don't get comments, we'll have to look ourselves, so it's fine. We can do that. Um, yeah, it definitely the writing I feel like is pretty good. I feel like it didn't go. I mean, the prison stuff is kind of similar to a lot of other prison storylines that we see.
Mhm.
We see Hope get beaten with oranges in prison, in on Days of Our Lives.
Wait, was that when she was
By
nighttime Hope?
no, she might have been in jail for that
Okay.
because Robin Matson beat her with oranges in a sock or something. I remember that.
You know what? I do remember that now.
Yeah, yeah, it's all coming back to you. I love Robin Matson. So anytime she's on, I remember.
Hmm.
Like she always has. They always give her the good characters. So.
Especially on this show.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I love Janet Green as Robin Matson. I don't know Janet as the other one. I never seen that. So except for later, but I didn't. That's not a good amount of time. But I watched from '94 to '97 or whatever. So I
Hmm.
seen a lot of Robin Matson's Janet run. Well, thanks for joining us at Queers and Soaps this week. We'll bring you more in the coming weeks. Follow us on all the socials and have a great day. Bye.
Bye.